Okay, so if you're watching this video, you want to know what's the best Canon camera to create content in 2024, specifically talking head videos like you see right now. So if you like what you see, I'm going to give you a rundown of the best Canon camera and all the equipment you need, tripod, lights, microphones to produce an image that looks like this. I'll list all the products in the description below so you can easily find them. There'll be affiliate links. The main reason I'm making this video was a year ago, I was exactly where you are, trying to find what's the best gear, and all I found was these YouTubers shilling the worst products. So after being on YouTube for about a year, maybe a little bit more, I figured out the best solutions and I'm going to give them to you right now. So yeah, let's get into it. So just to preface some things, the budget for this video is going to be $2,000. Now, if you think $2,000 is too much money to get an image that looks and sounds as good, I recommend that you save your money. My dad has a saying, don't be penny wise and dollar foolish. Essentially what that means is that it's better to buy the solution you need now or save up to that than to buy things that are like half-assed and waste your money and then want to upgrade down the line anyway. So starting with the camera, when it comes to Canon, there's a couple options you can get. We're going to stick with a full frame camera here because it gives you the best image quality possible, along with that nice depth of field blurry background that you see. So the camera is going to be the Canon R8. The Canon R8 has got to be one of the most slept on full frame cameras of 2024. Sitting at about $1,200, $1,300, it is a steal of a camera. I'm talking about amazing Canon color science, amazing autofocus, small lightweight package, USB-C capable charging, and great video. It is a sleeper on Canon's lineup. And honestly, if I was starting a YouTube channel in 2024 and I want to go with Canon, it's exactly what I would pick up. Now, of course, some of you guys are going to be devil's advocate and they're going to say, why not get a Canon RP or a Canon R? Both of those are amazing full frame cameras. And while you're not wrong, they have some issues. Mainly, it comes down to autofocus. The Canon RP and the R, which I've tested thoroughly and I've had and got rid of, had really bad autofocus. And even though you can find one used for about $800, $900, it's not worth buying that when for $300, $400 more, you can get a Canon R8 that has none of those issues. It's a smarter buying decision. You buy it once, you buy it right, and you can guarantee that you're going to get software updates in the years to come. Now, the Canon R8 is not a perfect camera. I'm making this video and being honest with you guys. One of the biggest gripes that people have is battery life. Now, I think that people blow this out of proportion. The battery life really isn't that bad. If you're doing talking head videos like this in a studio, you can do the same thing that I'm doing. And I just have a USB-C cable on hand at all times with a really nice Anker power bank to charge my camera up in between takes. And I've never had an issue with it. Now, of course, if you're taking this camera outside, have a portable power bank with you, or you can charge it via USB-C wall plug for your MacBook, which you'd have anyway. It's really not that big of a deal, or buy some spare batteries, but it's not a deal breaker for me for a studio camera. So now that you've got the Canon R8, you've got to pair it with a really good lens. Luckily for you, Canon makes one of the best lenses, obviously for their camera. It's going to be the 24mm f1.8 macro lens. This is an amazing piece of glass. Now, yes, it is pricey, but you're paying what you get for, and Canon lenses notoriously hold their value. So it's not a waste of money. This lens you'll have forever. 24mm is the perfect focal length for talking head videos like this. It gives you enough of your background in frame while still giving you out of focus areas and focusing on obviously you. It's 1.8 and macro, which means that when you put a product in front of it, it's going to give you good detail and focus on it. It honestly is worth every penny. Now, of course, Canon doesn't really have a lot of third-party lens options, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't go for Canon. But if you buy this lens, you don't need to buy tons of lenses anyway. You want to stay within that $2,000 budget to produce the best content, and that's honestly what you get. Now, I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. I initially got the 16mm f2.8 because it's such a super cheap lens. The problem with that lens is that it does not deliver good image quality. It produces a very flat, low quality image that's not worth it. Now, at the time of making this video, Canon has some sale on their lenses. Check the link in the descriptions. And if you can't find this lens at a good price, try to find it used because that's definitely an option as well. So yeah, that being said, you could go with something like the Canon R10 or R50. Those are budget crop sensor cameras, but I'm recommending full frame so you don't have that itch to upgrade down the line, especially because that camera is just going to sit around and gather dust once you do upgrade. All right, now that we have the cameras all sorted, let's move to audio. So when it comes to audio, you might be tempted to go out and buy a Shure SM7DB, like your favorite content creator. You want to pick up one of these broadcast dynamic microphones paired with an expensive audio interface and a cloud lifter. Then you're in the hole about $500, $600 and your audio still sounds like crap. The truth is that when it comes to audio, you want the simplest, cleanest, easiest solution. So that way you get good audio. And I've spent a lot of money on different audio interfaces and different mics. And when it comes down to it, the best solution you can get is going to be the DIGIC Mic II. Specifically the DIGIC Mic II with the combo receiver kit. It's about $220 and it gives you lots of versatility. And again, we're going going with the philosophy of buy it once and buy it right, you could get a cheap wireless lav system, kind of like this Holyland one, and it would do the job, but it's missing some crucial features like 32-bit or the ability to connect a dynamic microphone like I'm doing right now, or a lav if you wanted that. Now, if you think I'm a hypocrite because I'm recommending that while talking into a dynamic broadcast microphone like the Shure SM7DB, I'm using the DJI Mic 2 to power a dynamic broadcast microphone to get this talking head aesthetic that you see right here. So when I tell you this thing's versatile, I mean it. Now, in the description below, I'll put the exact cable that you need to make this setup and of course the mic, but realistically the DJI Mic 2 is all you need. You can clip it to your shirt and it gives you the ability to get clean audio in 32-bit float. If you don't know what that means that it's easy to recover if you're too high or too low. And of course you can walk around and use this for audio as well. You don't have to be stationary at a desk. You can vlog with it. You can do gym videos, you name it. This piece of kit gives you tons of versatility and it's something you're going to have for a long time. You're not going to feel the need to upgrade down the line because you can pair with a broadcast dynamic microphone if you set it up correctly. I actually have a video about setting this up on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll put it in the description as well. And of course, if you want a mic like this for your talking head videos, there's one I recommend. It's going to be the Mackie EM99B. It is superior to the Shure SM7DB because it delivers amazing clarity of voice. That's what you want. The Shure SM7DB is a little too dark, a little too muffled, and way overpriced. I'll also list that mic in the description below, and I think B&H has it on sale, so take advantage of that. Next up is going to be lighting. Now, lighting is very tricky. Right now, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 lights right now, but the main light, the most important one, is going to be your key light. Now you can sink a lot of money into different types of lights and still have crappy video. Let me actually show you what this looks like if I turn off my key light. There you go, no key light. Now your lighting in your space is going to vary drastically, but the thing that never changes is your key light. Now again, there's lots of options when it comes to key lights. A lot of creators tend to recommend these gigantic soft boxes and these really expensive lights on these really expensive stands. I've got a solution that I'm using right now. It's about 150, maybe 160 bucks. It's a GVM LED pancake light, and it is exactly what it sounds like, a small circular light that gives you nice fill. No matter what your lighting is, I recommend you go with the 15-inch version of this as your key light. You can keep it in your kit forever, whether you decide to do product photography or streaming. And once you figure out what you want your background to look like, you can add practicals like this Nanlite tube light or this lantern to give personality to your space. And last but not least, there's some random accessories that you need for production. I'm talking about a tripod, an L bracket for your camera, an SD card, and an SSD to store your files. So we're going to speed run through these things. Starting with an L bracket, it is an essential piece of kit that I use on all my cameras. It gives you the ability to put your camera vertical or horizontal for shooting TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, you name it. It gives you the versatility to easily switch your camera. Next up is going to be a solid tripod. I would go with the Telson one. It's small, it's lightweight. It has a ball head on top so you can position the camera correctly. You don't need to spend $100 on a tripod either. This one's going to last you for a while. The SD card is going to be a SanDisk SD card. I recommend a 256 one just so you don't have to constantly be erasing things. And when it comes to SSD, storing your actual videos, I recommend the Crucial SSD. I have the 4TB version and it's awesome. As you can see there, it is very small. It's smaller than like a credit card. It's very compact and 4TB is plenty of space. Lastly, I'm going to throw this in here is a really good USB-C power brick. This is going to help you keep everything charged, whether it's your camera, whether it's your lights, whether it's your DJI mics, your MacBook. You want to have a really good USB-C power brick. So the one I'm going to link in the description, I'll flash it on the screen right now. It's probably an Anker branded one. Get that. The faster you can charge things, the faster you can produce more videos, the faster you get more content out. Speed is an essential part of content creation. So yeah, hopefully that helped you in your buying decision. Again, everything's going to be linked in the description. Use those to give me a kickback on the channel, but also as a clear startup guide for your YouTube channel in 2024. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you guys have any questions about this gear, you have anything else you recommend, put it down in the comments below. Maybe you have a solution I haven't thought of, and we're all here to help each other. I figured in this video, I'd say a big thank you to hitting 2K followers. Pretty sure I have 2K at this point. It's taken a year, but it's been a really good, healthy year on this journey. So let's see if we can crush 10K by at least May. I know it's possible. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos and more solutions. And I'll see you in the next one.